We have a really interesting interview that we want to talk about now. And this is something that most of our audience and people here at Stonewall Pride have never seen before. You have seen a presenting sponsor this year at Stonewall Pride called Prouder Together. And the person I'm getting ready to interview, we're getting ready to talk to, how many have been to Provincetown? Yell out here.
P-Town. Who's been to P-Town? P-Town.
Lots of people.
Yeah.
Well, Provincetown is one of the great gay communities in the country. We joke Wilton Manors is the gayest place on planet Earth, but Provincetown would argue with us severely. And Prouder Together, we're getting ready here. Jonathan Hawkins is joining us from Prouder Together. And if you've been to P-Town, you know him because nobody goes to P-Town without going to the famous Crown and Anchor. And Jonathan Hawkins owns the Crown of Anchor. Welcome.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you for all of your efforts this year on Stonewall Pride.
Absolutely.
Now, I have to tell you, we ran a story about this. Visit Lauderdale, we did a story that Visit Lauderdale had bought and purchased Provincetown this summer and was completely taking over its marketing and presentation. Little did I know when we did that tongue-in-cheek joke that Provincetown was going to come down to Fort Lauderdale and do the exact same thing here. And then I realized, wait, there may be genius marketing in terms of marketing going on here. Tell us about Prouder Together and what your vision and why you decided to do it.
Absolutely. So as the owner of the Crown and Anchor, our mission since taking over in 2021, our mission was to honor the tradition, support the community, celebrate queer arts, and elevate the LGBTQ plus experience. Since touring around Florida on our Spread Queer Cheer Tour this past Christmas, it became evident to me that our mission was not only for our tiny community on the very tip of Cape Cod, but it was for the queer community at large. And partnering with so many incredible organizations, I realized that our mission needed to be spread. It needed to be spread far and wide, and it meant that supporting other queer communities because we are all experiencing the exact same hardships. We are all experiencing the lack of tourism, the shift in tourism, the inaccessibility for people to be able to work and live and visit. And that became so obvious to me. And so when I found out that Stonewall Wilton Manors Pride was in danger and needed some stabilization, I said, absolutely not. This is when we have to come together as queer communities at large, and we have to support each other. So our mission is, again, to honor, support, celebrate, and elevate, and it is a collective made up of about 35 plus different artists, individuals, businesses, nonprofits, venues, and destinations that believe that every community should have the ability to celebrate Pride.
Do you see how passionate he is about it, right? And so I have to ask, I know that Matthew Darren is also a part of Prouder Together.
We love Matthew Darren.
We love Matthew Darren. I love his hair. Like, he smells so good.
Wait, that's what you love?
Sorry.
It's not his arms?
Not his voice or his arms.
His voice.
Just his hair.
And
a
his
close
singing.
second. A close
and how
a close
tall
third.
he is.
A close fourth.
And then he was on American Idol.
That's eighth.
Oh, I'll stop.
I love Matthew Darren. So were you and Matthew Darren like in some jazzy club, all smoke-filled, like at a corner, trying to figure out what can we do to better Pride together?
Wait. You haven't heard the famous Club Fort Lauderdale story?
Oh.
That's for another time, Al. Another time.
Right.
Yeah, that's a more in-depth exclusive.
Right.
No, I was actually presenting with Richard Gray at the New York Times travel show.
Who?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, name drop.
Yeah.
No, Richard Gray, the head of Visit Lauderdale, and I had just heard that the Wilton Manors Pride was at risk and needed some help, and I literally mentioned the words "Prouder Together" on stage with Richard, and he sort of looked at me, and I was like, "Uh-oh, I said something wrong."
You said something right.
Yeah, and immediately it just sort of took off. I always say I accidentally created a nonprofit. That very next day, I went down to Puerto Vallarta. And had meetings with Puerto Vallarta Pride and my friends at Mantomar and the Almar Resort, and they were the first ones to sign on board.
That's awesome.
And so within a week, we had a nonprofit established, and we've raised over $75,000. which not only helps stabilize Wilton Manors Pride, but will continue to stabilize Pride festivals all around the globe. There is a shocking percentage of prides that have disappeared over the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And our mission is simply to inspire and to empower, to show the strength and solidarity, and to make sure that those who marched, those who fought, and those who threw that first brick did not do so in vain.
So well said. And of course, all you have to do is watch We're Here to understand what's happening
Exactly.
to some prides around the country. One of the things that I think is really interesting about what you've done, which I've never seen in the LGBTQ community, I've worked with older people for most of my life, and snowbirds here in Florida are a staple. You have kind of crossed the line of this entertainment group, performers, etc. Provincetown this week in June is at peak, and we're in our low season. So literally, we can carpet bag up to you, and you can carpet bag down to us.
And vice versa. Yeah, it's incredible. And so, I mean, I think it was 3 days after buying the crown, I literally signed on the crown, I think, on December 3rd. And on December 7th, I was here doing the Holiday Spectacular because I really wanted to build the relationship and make sure that artists, they had a place to go in the winter and vice versa. And so that's exactly, we're bringing Marcos Acox up this summer.
I love him,
We're
the
bringing Matthew
tatted
Darren.
violinist.
Yes. So we're having a whole Prouder Together week this year, which we hope to expand. But the whole
Wait, when's that going to be?
July 6th through the 13th.
Next year?
No, this year.
Of 24.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
Culminating
awesome.
in a big show at Town Hall with Lauren Allred, who sang
Now,
Never Enough,
I'm
and
not
Brian
sure
Justin
if you have shared with all of the talent in Provincetown, your July, our July.
Exactly. Yeah, they're a little bit different. I'm not normally this sweaty.
Yeah, right, exactly. One of the things that I'm curious about in terms of what you're doing, is this a mission that's going to grow outside of Crown and Anchor? This is the future for you of what you're looking to do?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I've actually stepped down as the general manager of the Crown and Anchor to focus solely on this. This is where my heart is. I have an incredible team at the Crown and Anchor who is keeping it alive and well. This is truly the height of our season. And so this will be my focus.
And this is what's giving you joy now.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The Crown has brought me joy for a very, very long time. I'm so proud of what we've done in just the 3 years.
But you grow out of things,
of course,
and into new projects. I want to ask you, I can't let you get away. This is your first opportunity to really talk publicly, especially via media, to the South Florida community. We have a show called The W Boys, and it's led by Eric Restivo from West Hollywood.
It's
and
fantastic.
we do a lot of compare and contrast of West Hollywood and Wilton Manors, the W Boys.
I love it.
And we always ask the celebrity guests which community is better. So I'm going to do that to you right now. Provincetown or Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale?
I mean, I'm going to have to say Wilton Manors,
Of
Fort
course.
Lauderdale.
There we are.
Yeah.
Of
Wait.
course.
Now, production, cut that and send it to every business in Provincetown. No.
Every single
Exactly.
one. So
Right.
one question for
Yeah.
you. So thank you so much. I was able to host last year's
Yes.
Holiday Spectacular,
Yes.
which was definitely a joy. I appreciate that. So I know that Crown and Anchor, you and Matthew Darren
Yep.
are producing the Black Excellence stage.
Yes.
Tell me about that. What can we expect over at the Black Excellence
That's
stage?
here.
Yes,
After-
we're literally sitting on it right now.
What can we expect
Yeah,
after,
so,
after the parade?
Yes, so we partnered with Anthony Wynn, who has produced the Black Excellency stage for the last 4 years. And so I've been honored to be partner with him this year
Hi,
to bring in,
Anthony.
yes. And so we've been honored to partner with him. So he has an incredible lineup of artists that he's worked with, that he works with in this community. We partnered with Just Spoons over here in the tent over there, which is delicious. I had a tasty sandwich.
Delicious.
But at 9:30, right after the parade, not only are he's going to have a great lineup of his entertainers, but Kevin Aviance, who's one of the Grand Marshals
Love
and one of my
him.
dearest friends.
Yes.
He'll be performing right here, and we're going to throw a ball, honey.
Yes,
We're
I
gonna
can't
throw
wait.
a ball.
We're going
All
to throw
right.
a ball.
Yes.
Well, it's a fascinating story. Our presenting sponsor here at Stonewall Pride, Prouder Together, Jonathan Hawkins. Thank you very much for
Thank you.
being here and working.
Just Spoons Catering right here.
Oh, Just Spoons
Just Spoons Catering.
Yeah, thank you.
Delicious.
And we thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Al.
for being
Thank you for the
with us.
time.
And we're getting ready to have a parade.
We're going to throw a ball after we throw a
And
parade.
ball
Love
after the
it.
parade.
Thank you, Al.
Jonathan Hawkins from Provincetown, Prouder
Yay,
Together.
Jonathan.